Hello everyone, welcome to my Instagram live. And today I have again a very special guest, someone I'm really proud of. He's Roger Dupe, first black supermodel from Sweden. He has done a lot of work. You can say Kenzo, appeared in Vogue, Jean-Paul Gaultier, GQ, and the list goes on and on. Philippe Lane even. So I will invite him very soon for the live. I've seen his online, and let's get started. Hello, Alisa. Hello, Helder. Hi, everyone. Hi, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, hi.
Hi. Hi, finally. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for accepting my Instagram live. So
No, you're welcome.
But yes, thank you. It's a pleasure. But I've been looking, and you have been doing a lot of great stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We need to meet. We need to talk about this. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I have several topics. I've divided them. Like first, like Sweden. I don't know a lot of blacks in Sweden, so first part will be going about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we have black people in Sweden, of course, but it's not a lot of them. And I think also in the model scene as well, it started to come up. We have like shout out to Oliver Kumbi. We have Sharif Idris that have done amazing jobs as well. So they are from Sweden and they are my guys. So yeah, shout out to them as well. So we're coming.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But how was it to be raised and grown up in Sweden? Is there where you grew up, huh?
Yeah, I'm born and raised. I mean, of course, I'm like, I am honestly from a project area. They call it like non-go zone area, you know, where a lot of immigrants and things are like there. But from my opinion, it was an amazing childhood because like we have people for all over the world and countries, you know. So for me, it was an amazing and a lot of diversity. So for me, it was like a blessing as well. And I was a soccer player in the beginning. So to just like connect with this type of culture and things like that, that was amazing. And of course, you know, you have like racism and things like everywhere. So of course, it's like it's well seen here as well. But still, like Sweden is a really good and open country. I'm really happy to be born and raised here, and the life is really good, you know. So it's a blessing, definitely.
And the impact of racism on you, did it have like some kind of an impact? Did it make you work harder, or how did it impact you?
Yeah, of course, definitely. You know, in a certain way, it's always like, you know, you are proud where you come from. So my parents are from Ghana and Togo, and I'm always proud where I come from, you know. So in that case, of course, we need to stand up to stand up for each other and stand up for where you come from. So it's super important to be proud of where you come from. And for me, in the beginning, it was like in a younger age. Of course, it was difficult because I looked different. You know what I mean? And it was also that thing like, oh, you speak so good Swedish, but you are black. You know what I mean? So those kind of things, you know, those kind of things, you know, yeah.
You know that the languages, I speak so Dutch here in Belgium.
Yeah.
And some words are quite almost similar when you speak.
Yeah, Flemish, right?
What?
Flemish. You speak Flemish?
Yes. And
Okay, yeah.
Really a lot of words that are that I can understand when you speak Swedish. Some words. So I can relate to a lot of things that you are saying now because it was the same for me. I was the only black person in my village.
Yeah.
In my school, going to university, I was also the first. So it's like
No, so I understand that it's really hard and tough, but I mean, in another way, it's also a positive thing because like you develop yourself a lot. you started to know the culture, you know how to navigate in the new society, so to speak, you know what I mean? And you learn about the culture, you know, the real culture of maybe like, for me instance, Swedish culture, you know, it's easy to adapt and it's easy to like understand how the Swedish culture are, and also like get to connect with that, because that is also important, you know, even if you come from another country, you're still born here and need to connect with that side as well, because
And now there is the culture, are they also so strict? Because here, when the Flemish part, we are quite strict. I know, like, I've learned, like, when you start something, you have to finish it. Finish your plate, these things.
Yeah, it's the same, kind of same. Of course, here in Sweden, they like to drink beer and things like that. So it's more like to understand and be open. I think to have an open mind and connect with people, that's the key. No matter where you go. Yeah.
Yes. And then you played soccer. You started at which age to play soccer?
Yeah, at 4, actually. I was super young, and that was like my dream. But suddenly I got an injury in my knee when I was 19, and then it went off, you know. Other things was more fun in life. Of course, it's always gonna be like a small scar in my heart. I have a big passion for soccer, but in the end, another door was open for me, and they headhunted me to be a model. So, and I've been traveling around the world and everything. So for me, it was a blessing as well. But of course, you know, sometimes you strike, sometimes you lose. You know what I mean? So, but
that's it.
Yeah, but you always need to be open for new opportunities. Just because one door is closed doesn't matter that every door is going to be closed, you know. And I am a creative person, so for me to go into the fashion industry, it was an open my eyes in a different way, because like I can express myself, you know, through clothes. I understand, you know, in a different way how you can express yourself and understand different cultures and so on, you know. So it's positive.
Okay. How did the family react to that? Because I know mine,
to be honest, I didn't tell my parents in the beginning, you know what I mean? I was modeling for like, I think a year, and then I was supposed to move to Paris, because that's when I started like full time. So I went there. Before I went there, I told my mother and father, like, I'm gonna move to Paris. They was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I've been modeling. And they was like, you what? Like, go to school. That's the, you know, African parents, they was like, go to school. What are you talking about? You know, I was like, listen, they told me I'm gonna move to Paris. I'm gonna be in Paris. So they was like shocked, and then there was like, okay, you're going to Paris, let us call some family members so you can be safe and things like that. They let me go, but it was tricky. Definitely, it was tricky.
I must say they were quite easy on you. For me, it was not the same. Like,
it was
as
not the
long
same.
as you live at home, you follow rules.
Yeah, of course. Even if you don't live there, you're gonna follow the rules.
Yes, then it's like you go with the aunt, you listen to your uncle, and so on. So yes. So yes, and then you moved to Paris.
And then
how was that? I think that experience doing
I mean, it was a huge step for me, because you know, when you always have your family around and your friends around. Now I went to abroad, and it was my first time actually to like fly by myself, and went to another place that I'd never been, you know, and live by myself. It was a huge step, you know, for me. And also in that area and that time, I mean, it was not a lot of black models.
Can you say around the date? Around which year was it? Was it?
Well, 2010. Yeah, 2010, 11. No, around that. I think we have. I remember like Fernando Cabral, David Agboje. We have Corey Baptiste. We have Henry Watkins. We have those like. For me, like it was.
That was it. That is the
that was but we were not like, let's say like, maybe 10, you know, around the whole globe that was like in Europe and working. And I mean, yeah, they open doors for those guys that you
For
see now
many.
in the industry. You know what I mean? So no, it was hard because barely you knew which brand you could do. You know, like for instance, like it was not like many people that black people that did Prada or maybe black people that did Gucci. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yeah.
black people was doing like either you do Kenzo, Givenchy, you know, maybe Jean-Paul Gaultier, you know, those kind of brand that it was more like diversity at that time. You know what I mean?
At that time, and you know how it was in
Yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah,
Here they would
I
say
cannot even
it
imagine.
was it was terrible. They would say for like
Yeah,
this campaign like Prada, Gucci, so on, say like
yeah,
there they wouldn't even use blacks. They would say we are
no,
looking for elegant models. What?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm really happy that people like have. It's not. It's even now. It's not. You know, great. It's getting better. Of course, I think it's super important to still talk about this topic, and to like maintain the industry to like be more devised. So we just need to push it. You know, it's super important.
yes, because you see that the movement is going forward a little bit. And you see like
Yeah, yeah, I
the
can
models
see it.
now.
Yeah, but I'm also afraid that it can be a trend. You know what I mean? For me, like when you talk about diversity, diversity needs to be in the whole pipeline, you know, because,
Exactly.
yeah, because like for us to just be the first black model on a poster, on a cover, that doesn't mean
It's not
anything.
enough.
No, like how is the organization looking? You know, you have like diversity in the like organization, how does look like, that's super important because that's how you set the trend, and that's why you can open your eyes and get new like connection that you can change, have a new movement, you know, include different culture, include different like people, you know, that's fashion. Like fashion
Yeah,
is supposed to
that is that
look as the society looks.
exactly. You know what
Yeah.
I do? I'm a fashion
Mm.
photographer,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
when you say that,
Yeah.
it's definitely that. It's like I
Yeah.
used like for to shoot campaigns.
Yeah.
I often came in second. They would say, "Oh, what a pity you didn't come earlier.
Yeah.
We have already someone, but you can shoot whatever you want."
Mm.
That was it. I was like, "Oh, is this possible?" Or even when you go to shows,
Yeah.
sometimes it took a lot of effort, even
Mm.
if I was invited, even to get
Mm.
in, to get that first step.
You
And then
see.
going to shows and you see how many photographers of colors don't
Yeah.
even get access. And then even then you have to fight. So
Yeah.
you're right when you say like it needs to
Mm.
be, but it needs to go further. We cannot be content with just
No.
having a black model on the cover, but when you
Yeah.
look at the whole team, how many people of color are there?
Yeah.
That's a question.
Yeah, definitely. Like behind the scenes, you know, like the art director, the like assistants, you know what I mean? Like the bookers, you
Yeah.
know, it's need to be in the whole line. That's what I'm looking for. When I see that, then we have a change.
Mm-hmm. Then we have a change. And also
Yeah.
to the brand, the one that owns the
Yeah.
brand, the corporations, all of that
Yeah,
is need to be
yeah,
included.
yeah, definitely. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think we all people around the globe, we are interested in fashion, and all of us using clothes and express yourself in a different ways. Everybody should be included. Even also
Yeah.
when it comes to like sizes, I don't tell people to like skip those like small sizes. I just mean like open your eyes and let the other be a part as well. It's fine. You know what I mean? Just you
Yes.
don't need to just stick to one thing. You know, like fashion speaks to everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask because fashion is so. I mean, sometimes you can get a lot of critics. How
Hmm.
did you deal with that in your time? Because I know that in your time it was not as easy all the time. So how did you deal with that?
I mean, of course, it's been tough, but I'm more a kind of guy, you know. I express myself when I have show people that been accomplished something. You know what I mean? So now I can speak. But for instance, if I didn't did everything I've done, I probably will not speak, and people will not listen. You know what I mean? I think like when you have a platform, when you have been coming along a way, then you should express yourself and lift and open the door for others. That's like my key. So of course it's good to express yourself, but it's always those people that have a big platform, those voices that are more important, so to speak, they should open their mouth, because people listen. People will never listen to somebody that never accomplished something.
That is true. That is in the
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, you can
Yeah.
also get, or call it, you can influence people that have this platform. I think that is also the key, because when you look at it, you see those people more and more are speaking up. I think when you
Yeah.
look back 10 years, 20 years ago, it wasn't the case.
No.
And now more and more they are speaking up. I think even, and that I think there's where the mass can help
Yeah.
to influence those people that can speak up.
Definitely. Definitely. The voice of the people.
Yes, you don't
Yeah.
have to forget that, because
No. It's super important.
I've been always, yeah, it's super important. So then it brings me to my next. I say, like you said
Yeah.
already, like you see a lot of things like the size, to see more like that it's more included in fashion. You would like to see that also as more as a change, something that comes along. Okay. And when it comes to advocate like more equality in fashion, because I think that is also the next discussion, that is more more beside being more inclusive, we say we want to have it more equal. We say like in the sense of like same job, same earning, no matter the color, no matter the gender as well. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, my thought about the color, 100%. 100%, no doubt. But when it comes to the gender, all respect to the guys that are working. I'm a guy as well that's working. We are in a feminine-dominated industry. Okay?
Exactly.
We need to see it from a business perspective also. How many brands is it that focus on girls? There are plenty. Even more than focus on guys. So of course, if the consumer buys more that are girls, so to speak, of course they're gonna earn more money. It's the same if you go in the soccer field. You have girls that are playing, but who is the dominated there? It's male. And if you look in all the industry, you know, in the like CEO positions, most of them are men. So I will let the girls, even though I want everything to be equal, I will let the girls have the fashion spot.
But
I rest my case there.
Discussion.
Yeah, I rest my case there.
Yes, but you have made your point. That's true. And then also something that because I wanted to know is like you have written this book,
Yeah.
Your biography.
Yeah.
So can you tell a little bit more? I would like to know, like, why the book, and what's the aim? What do you aim with the book as well?
Yeah, for me it was like, for me the fashion industry and all of my journey in this industry has been so good, and it's been super fun, but it's also important to tell the other side of the coin, so to speak. So I just want people to understand that just because you are a model or are born with this great like bone structure and things like that, it's not easy. You know, no matter what work you are doing, it's not easy. You know, just because you got signed doesn't mean you work. That's people need to understand.
Exactly.
And also when you work, how they pay you, it takes time, you know what I mean? And also like you travel around the world, and doesn't mean like you're working every day. You have hours all the time with flights, and you always need to come with a great attitude, be happy. You know, we are still human beings, we also have bad days, but you cannot express that, because you just have one chance all the time to get the best impression of yourself. because you want to be booked again. And people don't understand that. You know what I mean? So I just want to tell the real story, how it is, and also what the consequences been. That is like, you can go in the industry and also have a bad experience, because it's a lot of like,
Can I
we
just
call
say
it like,
one thing?
yeah,
One thing. There's one guy here, I think you know him. Just say hi. Alpha
Alpha,
DR. Yeah, hey, Alpha.
Alpha, my brother Alpha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
but
like, sorry for interrupting. We say like, just
no,
say
no,
hi
but
because,
yeah, of course, Alpha is my guy.
yeah,
Temptation in the industry, you know what I mean? Of course, like
yes.
it's everywhere, but it's more like open there in the fashion industry. Let's say drugs and things like that. You know, you connect with the with parties, and maybe you are in young age, you're insecure. You know what I mean? You meet like
Yeah,
certain people that just want to take photo of you, but you know, in a bad way. You don't know, you know, it's a sketchy industry, so to speak. So I want to express the whole line and my experience in the industry, and also tell them where I come from, because even if they have seen my face, they don't know my story, they don't know where I come from. It's not just to be a handsome dude and shoot beautiful campaigns. Like, I have my mind. I have my like opinions in different things, and I want to express myself and tell them like, this is my journey. It took me like 10 years I've been in this industry. It was not like,
it's
uh,
amazing.
yeah, it's not like from one year to another, boom, that I was blowing. It was not that. It took time to maintain, all the time, to build a brand, you know, so it takes time. And it's with everything, you know, people can't not forget that, you know, easy come, easy go. So I just want to tell them the my history, and get people inspired of me, and show them that it is a way, you know.
Yes, and take notes because,
Yeah,
yes, I think when you grew up, I don't know. When I grew up, I didn't have like this a lot of examples.
no,
There were Tyson and Naomi,
yeah,
the
that's
modeling.
was the only one. Yeah,
Yes, and then you had Iman, but the one
mm,
I knew, those two,
yeah,
and then we had Bob Marley and Nelson Mandela. But
yeah,
I didn't know a lot of black examples to look up to in my life. I think for
no,
you must have been the
no,
same, huh?
yeah, it's the same. Yeah,
So
it's
I
the
think
same.
with that book, it's really good so that people can read it
Yeah,
and take notes, because over here I see a lot of people say, I want to be a model.
mm,
And they look at Instagram and say, oh, look at those. They have so many followers and they have pictures
mm,
everywhere. And they think
mm,
it's easy. I think
mm,
with your book, when they
yeah,
read this, they actually will understand that it's hard work
yeah.
and it doesn't come like that in one
No,
day.
it's super hard. It's super, like, you have to, like, of course, like, it's some of like timing. They call it timing, to be in the right position at the right time, and it's a right trend also, of course. But it's a lot of effort, man. It is a lot of
And
effort,
then
you know.
And then when it comes to the effort, I say like
Mm,
to write that book, it's all again
yeah,
it takes a lot of effort too.
yeah, it
How was
is.
it
It
for you
is.
to write it? You
It
tell
took
me.
like 1 year and a half. Of course, it was a lot of feelings. So for me to express myself, and you forget a lot of things in your life also. So for me, it was more like, you know, my life was moving so fast, you know, in that area. I'm still in the fashion industry, but that like prime time, so to speak, it went
Yeah,
so fast. So I was like, what is the next thing? What is the next thing? What is the biggest next job? What is the biggest? And forgot to reflect about like, Roger, do you know where you come from and where you are? Like, you need to stand up and appreciate things, you know, like,
yeah,
that's life, you know what I mean? When things moving so
yeah,
fast, you forget so quick, you know what I mean? Where you come from and what you have been done, and things you need to appreciate and be thankful for, you know. So when I wrote my book, it was like a really good thing for me to clear my mind and be grateful and thankful for everything. It's a blessing, of course. And I also want to give back to people that are in the same area that I was from, and also like people that maybe don't see any opportunities and don't want where they want to do or go in life, so they can get inspired. That was my whole purpose, because it's good to give back. It's
yeah.
important.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And how do your parents think about it? Have they read it?
Yeah. No, of course they are happy. They're happy. They're super thankful, and they have been knowing me from another side also. You know, also when you're a parent, I can just speak for my parents, but you know, they know you as the child.
Mhm.
They don't know exactly everything you're going through in the most
And now
case,
they can read
especially.
it.
Yeah, of course, now they can read it, so now they understand, like, okay, it's not that easy, you know. It was not just to travel and partying and take pictures. Like, it's another other work. So that's good, and they are really proud, so I'm happy.
Okay. And how can we get the book, or where can we find it?
Oof, actually now it's just released in Sweden, but
Yeah.
I will love to translate it, and I will push for that so that it will come in different languages as well, so people can just get inspired and read my history. And like I said, like, I'm always here to help people if they wanna, like, know how I did it in the industry, if they need advices and things like that, how to think. And
They can just
yeah,
ask.
they can just ask me. Yeah, it's fine. I'm here,
Because
so
I
it's
know a
fine.
lot of those youngsters
Yeah,
are really shy.
yeah,
I think one of them here, he
yeah,
contacted me, of course,
yeah.
and we said, "Oh, can you take a look at that picture?
Mm,
I think he could be my bigger brother." So like, and
yeah.
then I said, you know what? And then I texted him that you would be doing the Instagram live,
Mm,
and then he had a lot of questions, and I said, but you can just ask. See, so it's a
yeah.
good idea. I'll tell also a lot of people when they have questions about
Mm,
modeling and they want to know. It's good. Then you are
mm,
like some kind of a mentor as well.
yeah.
I think is it something that
Yeah, of
you like to
course,
do or
of
not?
course. It's nice, but it's also, like, important to tell them also, like, everybody has their own journey. You know what I mean? I can just give you
Yeah.
advice, what I've seen, have done in a certain situation, but then it's up to you. I can just guide you, and
Mhm.
the rest is up to you and the agent and the market. You know, like, I'm not the booker. I'm not the, you know. But if I can create something in the future, of course, I would take the opportunity to hire people that I want to support. Of course, you know.
Mhm. No, that is really well said in this
Yeah.
way. And then me, in the meantime, I try to say hi to as much people. Maybe you can say a few words for people watching as well. I think a lot of them came here,
Yeah, they
especially
came
to see
in.
you.
Yeah, but of course, I'm like, now they can see how high I am as a person as well. You know,
Mhm.
I'm a normal person, so I have feelings and speaking my mind. You know, so I mean, for me, it's more like, don't be shy, connect with people. That's how we work. You know, in life, it's all about connection. You know. So for me, it's like, it's really nice to be here, to see a new crowd, and to meet you as well. Like I said, you just reached out to me and I answered. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So for me, it's fine.
okay. Then I have another question here that
Yes.
they ask. It's like, how can we best start as a model? Because like some people want to
Okay.
start, but they
Yeah.
don't know. So that's something we will ask.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I will say, like, look at other models. Like, for instance, if you are, let's say, black, because I am black. So let's see, do I have the futures? Like, do I have those, like, structure they are searching for, and things like
Bone
that? Yeah, the
structure,
bone
everything,
structure and everything, and
measurements.
yeah, measurements and everything. And if you got that, or if you think you got that, okay, fair enough. Then go to an agency, a professional one, because there's a lot of, like, people that act to be an agent and things like that are
Yeah.
creepy. Go to a professional agency, the best one. Maybe the biggest one is not the best, but in the beginning is good because you can feel safe. Go there and present yourself. Maybe on their website they have, like, things you need to fill out so you can apply. And after you have apply and they come back to you, then the real work start. You know what I mean? And they're gonna guide you, of course. Don't be shy. You need to, like, open and express yourself, like, and ask for advice, and then you're gonna start. But if they said no, that doesn't mean your whole world need to be cracking. You know, it's a lot of agencies. You know, so just keep pushing.
Mhm. And then the next question is like, what do you do to stay fit?
Oh man, that's a good
This is so.
question, actually. That's a good question. But for me, it's like training have been a thing that I've done my whole life. You know, I was a soccer player before, so for me, it's like kind of weird if you're not trained, because it gives you like a lot of dopamine and make you feel good, and I mean, it's all about what you eat as well. If you combine those two things, then I mean, it's easy, you know what I mean? You just still need to maintain all the time. Never stop training. Have it as a habit. No matter what you like. If you like to run, you run. If you like to like do yoga, you do yoga. You know, find something that suits you and then just keep doing it. And I promise you, you will get the result.
Mm. And then I feel also, this is from another model. So
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you deal with loneliness while traveling? So,
Oof, that's a good one. Also, I try to listen to podcasts and things like that. And in the beginning of my career, I was quite alone a lot. And also when I started in Paris, that was not fun because it was my first time I actually was alone, you know. So then I was like, okay, Roger, you can not just be in this apartment and be alone. You need to go out and connect with new people. You know what I mean? That's the thing also, to accept to be alone and satisfied with yourself. That's super important also, because most of the time we are around people all the time and we don't understand what we truly like. You know what I mean? To go out to have a coffee that you want to have on that spot you want to be into, you know, to take the walk you want to do. That's super important also, to try to know yourself, like true, to
yeah.
like in a real way. That's also super important. So loneliness can also be good in one way, to know yourself. But of course, it's also, you need to connect with your parents and family and friends. That can also
Exactly.
help. Yeah, that can also help. So
Mhm.
you need to always like, yeah, reach out your hand also.
Mhm. And then the next,
Yeah.
say like, have you ever been starstruck? Um, yes, this is the
Yeah.
question. Have you ever been starstruck?
Um,
Maybe I can add with who?
yeah, I mean, for me, it's like every human being is the same on the same level. I respect people's work a lot. I respect people's work and the grind and people that I've been like looking up to, of course. But in the end of the day, I'm more like, because soccer was my dream. So I think when I've been meeting those kind of like, yeah, like big artists and big designers, it's been cool. I've been respecting them and everything. It's been amazing. But I think like my knees will shake more if this was soccer players. That's the thing. So like in the in the fashion industry, I've been quite
You have
like,
less.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Mhm. And do you think would you go up to them and speak, or would you be like more quiet and say
Like,
something?
to be honest, like I was thinking on that topic for a while, because I was like, of course you have been in those kind of parties that everybody's there. When I mean everybody, I mean the top ones. So for me, it was more in the sense of, but Roger, you're also here. You know what I mean? I'm also in that
Yeah,
situation.
you
Why
turn the
should I?
bottle.
Yeah, why should I, beg down? But of course, I understand that it's amazing, but you can go and talk, of course, and be social, but you should not never be like, like ungrade yourself. I don't think it's good in a certain way, that then they feel like, okay, but why should they talk to you if you don't are on the same level?
Mhm.
Because
So,
in general, everybody is on the same level.
yeah. But
Yeah.
when you speak, I see already like you are doing a lot of reflections, and you are like,
Yeah, I'm that kind of
yes, in your
guy.
mind, that
That's
you
the
say like,
thing.
okay,
Yeah. I'm
go.
that
Let's
kind
do
of
it.
guy. Yeah, I'm more like, you just live once. I'm that kind of guy. You just live once. You just trying to do the best you can, and then, what happens, happens. Like you never know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. That's not for sure.
Okay.
So I try to live my life at the fullest, you know what I mean? And be open and learn from everybody and connect and maintain. That's my philosophy in life.
Okay. And where did you get that from? Because it's like, it's amazing. Not everyone has it, like
No,
having the mindset
yeah.
of things. I think, where did you get it from? I think, is it from your parents, from
Mm,
God?
I,
I don't know.
I think I have been a searching person. I've been searching for things a lot, and also I've been like hanging out with older people and people in different ages and different genders as well. So for me, it's like I have the philosophy that I can learn from everyone something, no matter what. It can be like, yeah, a homeless guy to a political person. So for me, it's like everyone have something to give you, so to speak. So if you are open for it, you will find it. But most of the people in general are sleeping. You know what I mean? They said they cannot see opportunities everywhere.
But that is also mindset, that they are this
Yeah, it
negative
is. It
mindset.
is. I think some people are just born in that way, I guess. Like I think also like when you come from a certain place that you didn't have much, then of course you're open for more things. I think when you're satisfied, that's something you should be like thinking twice about, because to be satisfied, that's dangerous. I think the human human mind also need to develop all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you stand still, that means like, okay, it's something wrong. Now I don't know where I'm going, but you always need to be open and express yourself. But I think it comes also from parents, and friends, like if you're open, you will get the philosophy and get the like um the
I
mindset for
think it's
people
also,
around
yes,
you.
like you said,
Yeah,
from the parents, from
yeah,
expectations, because you said
mm,
like the parents expected you to do this, to study
yeah,
this.
yeah,
I had the same. My
yeah,
parents said doctor. They had this
yeah,
in mind.
exactly. You know
Yes,
what I
and
mean? And
that is
also,
high stress.
yeah, and it's super important to have that courage also in that situation. Like, okay, they told you to be a doctor, but you didn't become a doctor. Why? Most people became the things that the parents tell them to be, and then they live an
Exactly.
unhappy life because that was not what they truly want to be. So it's super
Hmm.
important to also to show them like, listen, I know what I want to do and believe I can do that. Just push me to that direction. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And my next question brings me:
Hmm.
are you content at this moment?
I would say yes. I would say yes, but
So
I always striving for more.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
What's up next? Yes. What?
Next, whoa, that's. I have a secret for you people, but I cannot tell you right now. But
Not a little bit.
yeah, okay. I'm building something. So I'm building a product, and that is my next move, so to speak. But you will see it definitely.
Yes, I want to see it.
Yeah, you will see it.
So, and yeah, and because of that, before we get to this point, I have created this magazine.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. So it's also to have more diversity. So
Mm,
your projects, when you're building it, I
yeah.
want to know everything about it.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I will
Yes.
stay in touch. Yeah,
You stay in touch.
yeah.
Okay. I think I've asked everything.
Okay.
And yes, I would say thank you for this live stream. It was really amazing to do
No, it's a pleasure. It's a
together.
pleasure.
Yeah. And we keep in touch
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
future.
Yeah.
And I think I wish you all the best, and also with the book.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes out in English,
Yeah.
and or yeah, or even in Flemish, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
read it. So Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you know, definitely. And thanks for having me. And thanks everybody that was listening. It was a pleasure.
Yes, yes, yes. So thank you to everyone for following, for
Yeah.
listening. And yes, see each other soon.
Yeah, definitely. We keep in touch, okay?
Yeah.
Take care,
Yeah.
people. Bye.
So let's go, guys. I will take like one
Yeah.
guy's picture. Yes, it's there.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Bye bye.